my bookish friends, I hope you're well. Welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. It is time for my autumn TBR. Guys, I'm not a summer girly. I struggle. I do not like it. I am an autumn girly at heart. I always will be. It's just my season, and it's just when my soul comes alive. Spooky season is coming fast, and I'm here for it. So I thought I would do another seasonal TBR. I obviously did a summer TBR, which was really nice. Did I get to all the books on that summer TBR? No, I did not, but we're not going to talk about that. So I've set myself another seasonal TBR, which I'm going to take you through in just a minute. And then I'm also going to do like a little separate kind of the rest of my plans for September, my reading plans for September, and a separate little kind of September TBR as well. Because if we've not established by now, I'm a little bit delulu. But I enjoy setting these kind of crazy goals and seeing if we can hit them. So let's not beat around the bush, as they say, and let's get into the books for my autumn TBR. So, to start our autumn TBR, to kick it off, I've got a little bit of a short one. This is classed as I think it's like a modern classic, and it's We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. I've not read anything by Shirley Jackson before, but I do also have, she wrote The Haunting of Hill House, basically, or that's what it was based from, and I've also got that one somewhere as well, but this is the one that I decided to put on the autumn TBR, because it's also nice and short and it's classic, and I would like to read some more classics if I can. So I thought I'd dip my toe in the water a little bit with this one and see where we go. Now the next one, there's no order to these, by the way. I probably should have like separated them into genre or something, but I just didn't. The next one I thought I'd go for, because it's given me all the spooky, autumnal kind of vibes, is Lockwood & Co. The Screaming Staircase by Jonathan Stroud. I think they've made this into a Netflix series, but I figured, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I've got the first book. This one was actually, I think it was my daughter's, and it was just one of the ones that she didn't want. But all I know is, I think they're like paranormal investigators, ghostly criminal case, psychic investigations. Oh, okay, right, sounds good. So I'm interested anyway to give it a go. So yeah, we have that one. Next one we have Fear Street: The Beginning by R.L. Stine. Now, obviously, I grew up in the 90s, and I'm an R.L. Stine girly. I absolutely lived for the Goosebumps books. I loved them. And obviously, I've seen all of the movies that they brought out on Netflix, and I really enjoyed them. And yeah, I realised this is where they all came from, and was like, I need to read this. So this one, I think it's a little bit of a chonker, but it has I think it's got 4 stories in it. So I'm going to aim to read all 4. So that's another one. This one, I just love this cover. It is so cool. So it's The Night House by Jo Nesbo. And I believe it's kind of like, it's a little bit Stranger Things-esque. 14-year-old Richard Eleved, not sure how to say his surname, butchering that, has been sent to live with his aunt and uncle in the remote town of Ballantine. So he's a bit of an outcast. He's just moved to town, and then I think he sees a kid get sucked into like the payphone or something, and the story progresses from there. So that's as much as I know, but based on the cover alone, sign me up. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit. I think we're going to head over into some fantasy that I've picked. So the first one that I've gone for is by Bridget Kemmerer, and it's A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I think this is part of a trilogy. And all I know is that it's basically a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I adore Beauty and the Beast. It is one of my absolute favourite fairy tales or Disney, whatever. So I'm really intrigued to get to this one. And then obviously if I enjoy this one, I will continue and I will get the rest of the series. The next one I've decided to go for is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. This is part of a duology. I do have the next book in the series as well. So if I enjoy this one, hopefully I will get to that one not long after. All I know about this is I think she's kind of hunting for her sister, or she's looking for her sister, or something along those lines, and that there's some kind of love triangle. That's all I know. Why are the birds being so loud? Yes, These Hollow Vows. Looking forward to it. I've heard kind of mixed reviews, so let's see if I enjoy it. The next ones are kind of spooky, witchy kind of vibes. So the first one is by Sid Moore, and it's called Witch Hunt. And I have absolutely no idea what this one is about. I don't know, but the cover is just screaming, kind of, I don't know, it's very atmospheric, it's very haunting, and it just makes me think of being curled up in a cozy jumper with a nice herbal tea. Can't beat that. And it's witchy, and I love witches, so perfect. Whack it on the autumn TBR. The next one, I think I've had this since last year, but I obviously wanted to save it for autumn and for spooky season, and that is Hexappeal by Kate Johnson. Again, I'm not 100% sure what this one is about, but it's given me kind of X-Hex vibes, and I absolutely loved the X-Hex. So yeah, that's being put on there, and I'm going to try and hopefully I can save that one and do it in October, because that would be perfect. The next one is by Shay Earnshaw, and it is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, which is a Nightmare Before Christmas alternative kind of story, and I think this is all about kind of Sally and stuff that takes place after basically like after where we left off from the movie, I presume. So I absolutely love The Nightmare Before Christmas. I watch it at both Halloween and Christmas because that's what it's for, and I live for Jack and Sally, quite literally, because I've made a mess, but I had to show you my Jack and my Sally. Love them. So you guys can stay there now. Next one on the autumn TBR is by Sally Thorne, who is the author of The Hating Game. I have not read The Hating Game, and I think the only thing I've read by Sally Thorne, even, I think she did one of the short little novella things in the Meet Cute series that was floating around on Amazon. So I think she did one of those, and I did enjoy her writing. So I picked this up, and this is obviously giving me all of the autumnal vibes. And this one is called Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match. And just look how pretty the cover is. I have no idea what it's about, but sign me up. This one is the only proper full-on thriller that I have on the autumn TBR. It's by Sam Holland. Again, I've had this for a while. I've seen a few people kind of haul it, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone kind of talk about it or review it. So I'm interested to see what this one's about. It says he's copied the world's most evil killers. Now he's ready to outdo them all. The Echo Man, Sam Holland. Sign me up. This just sounds like a bit of me, if I'm being honest. And then the last ones that we have on the autumn TBR is a couple of middle grades. And I had to choose them because they are just literally giving me all the vibes. So the first one is The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant. And I just love it. It literally is just giving me... I mean, obviously, the Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland. I love the Mad Hatter. But this just looks so magical and whimsical, and I'm here for it. So we have that one. And then these ones are all by the same author, Amy Sparks. I don't know if they're interconnected. I don't know if they're a series or if they're all standalones. But we have... I just love these covers. They're just amazing. We have The House at the Edge of Magic. We have The Tower at the End of Time. And we have The Bookshop at the Back of Beyond. And sorry, but this one is just... Bookshop? Please. It's my favourite. So those are all the books that are on my autumn TBR. Now, I also said that I was going to do a kind of what my reading plans are for September, or kind of like a little September TBR. So I've chosen from the 6 books that I wanted to finish before the end of the year. That was part of my mid-year reading stats video. I picked 6 books in that I was like, I need to get these done before the year is out. So obviously that worked out as being 1 book a month till the end of the year. I have read 2 of them so far. So I'm on to my 3rd one. And for that, I have picked, of course, because I just had to, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. Just, I love it. And this is obviously going around again everywhere because it's that time of year. And I think the next one, I think it's coming out or it's already out. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I have decided that this will be my read for September out of those 6 books. And then I've also chosen 2 more books from the 26 books that are going to self-destruct in 12 months. So I've got until next June to read the 26 of those books. I've already chose 2 of them last month. So these are the 2 that I've chosen from those 26 basically. The first one is The Mansfield Park Murder by Lynn Shepherd. It says, when high society crumbles, everything must fall with it. And I'm just living for the cover. No idea what it's about, but it's kind of Victorian Gothic kind of vibes. That's what it's giving me. So we've got that one. And then I've also chosen Gallery of the Dead by Chris Carter. It says a Robert Hunter thriller. So I don't know if this is probably part of a series. I mean, it was a book that was given to me secondhand. But it sounds fantastic. And that's why I've chosen it. And this will be my first time reading anything by Chris Carter. So I'm intrigued because I've heard nothing but good things about the books. So those are the 3 that are on my kind of September TBR. Those are priority. And then I figured I'm going to get my little trusty jar out again. And I'm going to be completely delulu and I'm going to pick 5. Why not? Why not just make my life harder? So first one we've picked out is First Case. Surprise, surprise. James Patterson book. Okay, let's pick another one. Here we go. Okay, The Quickie. Another James Patterson. Which I don't mind because, as we know, they're fast paced and I do enjoy his writing. Pick number 3. Well, Judge and Jury. Another James Patterson. Okay, 2 more. And let's see what we get. And then I'm going to run and grab the books. Okay. Don't Blink, which is another James Patterson. I'm not making this up. This is not rigged. You are seeing this. Literally, this is me picking them out right now. Okay, we've got one more pick. Can we go 5 for 5? Let's see. No, it's okay. We didn't get all James Patterson. The last one we got is Jurassic Park. Okay, cool. I'm going to quickly grab those books to show you. And then, yeah, we'll quickly recap and go through the September TBR. Okay, I have the books. So, just as a recap, we got First Case by James Patterson and Chris Tebbets. Again, this is quite a newer one, and I have no idea what it's about. These next 2 I think are older ones because you can see they're the tiny paperbacks. James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge, and this one is called The Quickie, and it says Murder Never Felt So Good. A woman scorned, payback gone bad, it only takes a minute to die. No idea, but this has been on my TBR for years. Same as Judge and Jury by James Patterson and Andrew Gross. It's the trial of the decade. The judge is terrified of the defendant, so is the jury. The verdict, run for your life. Love it. Then the next one we got is Don't Blink by James Patterson and Howard Rogan. I have read a few with James Patterson and Howard Rogan now, and I always enjoy them. So hopefully this will be another one. Again, I don't know what this one's about. You never know who's watching. That's it. It's about a reporter called Nick. No idea. And the last one that we got is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Again, this one is tiny. Let me just have a look at that. Oh guys, the writing is so small. Fine. So let's just have a little I'm gonna try and pick these up. So these are the 8 books on my September TBR. And then on top of these 8, we need to get through obviously some of the ones on my autumn TBR as well, because the autumn TBR is obviously for September, October and November. So again, another kind of full-on reading month. Another month of me being a little bit ambitious and a little bit delulu. But it's fine. We live for it. This is what we're here for. And hopefully I can get through all of these and more. That would be ideal. But let's see. Let's see, shall we? Thank you so much for being here. And if you stay till the end, leave me a little dinosaur emoji. please comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You've already made it to the end of this video, so why not stick around? Also tell me what is on your autumnal TBR, your autumn or fall TBR, and which books you're going to prioritize, or if there's any of these that you've read that you think I need to prioritize. Yeah, that's it from me, and I will see you in whatever comes next.